we're going to come up here, just setting the saxophone in the case like that. And then just like a normal end plug, we would just set this where the end plug normally goes. But if you look, you can see that this is a little different. It actually vents out the sides. So you have air coming in the top, but also through the sides. So even in a tight case, you're going to get some good airflow into your saxophone. And then this little leaf vine right here, the vent vine, I'm going to grab the top leaf. And you see how I'm holding the handle right between my pointer and index finger like that? So I'm going to come down here, and we have all these instructions written for you, but I'll just go slow here. If we had a high F sharp, that's where we'd start first. This horn does not have a high F sharp, so we're going to go to the E right below where the high F sharp would be. I open that pad. I can open it with one of my fingers and work this in, or I can just open it with my left hand. I open the pad, I set that in, and then I let the down pressure lock it in. See how I'm kind of wiggling a little bit? I wiggle to make sure it's in, and it should be able to rotate freely, just like that. So let me show you what I mean here. Let me take up the slack and then give you a side view of what we just did. See that? See how the bump is hitting the center of the pad resonator, not the leather? And you see how it's all the way across the tone hole, not half in and half out? Let me show you an example. If I did that, can you see that? See how that's halfway into the tone hole? We don't want that. But if we just do all the way across the tone hole and then let the down pressure lock it in, that's what we want, just like that. So now that we've done that one, and we know that it's set the way we want, we come down the vine to the next leaf. I grab the leaf between my pointer and thumb like that, and here we're going to go to the F key. I open up the F key like that, lay this across the tone hole, let the resonator come down on it. Again, I wiggle a little bit. I can feel it's locked into that tone hole. It can rotate freely, but it's not going to slide off because it's locked in with that down pressure. And the little triangles underneath, you can see the triangle is what locks into the tone hole opening, just like that. So here comes the D sharp. I rotate around. Here comes D sharp. Open it up. Set that between. Drop the down force. Wiggle a little bit. Make sure it's in. Rotate it counterclockwise. I like to keep them all counterclockwise like that because sometimes the really plush case padding can rub. So I just like to do that just in case. You don't have to, but it makes me feel better. And then here's the last one on the D. Again, I'm just holding like this. The triangle is going to go down into the tone hole. The bump is going to hit the resonator. I open this up. I come in from the biggest point, right? This is the biggest point of opening. And then let it drop down in. Wiggle a little bit. Make sure you got it locked in. Rotate counterclockwise, and you are set. Let's zoom out slightly so you can see the whole thing there. So that's your vent vine. And you just double check, make sure it's all set in properly. And then you lay it down into the case. Careful not to bump the keys because you want it to hold that key position. And now everything above your left hand is now open to dry clean. Everything that normally is shut and plugged is now open and ready to vent with your Key-Leaves vent vine. You just lift it out and you kind of do the reverse. You gently hold the string, release the pressure. See how easy that comes out when you release that pressure? Here I go on the D sharp key, release the pressure, and it just falls right out. Here's the F, just like that. You don't want to yank them out, just release the pressure and they fall right out. If you yank them out, you have the potential over time of maybe scuffing your pad leather, and you don't want that. You want to just release the key pressure and let them fall out. And then, of course, remove the vent cap, and you can just set this down in your case, put together your horn, and you're ready to go. And then when you need it out, it's bright and easy to find even on a dark gig. Now I'm going to zoom in on one particular situation here. I have an individual little leaf prop here. You see the bump on top, and you can see the triangle on the bottom. That's what's going to lock into the tone hole. And I want to come here from the side. Can you see this on the side, the F key right here? Let's look at the side view. Look what's going on. It's opening up fine. It has that little metal resonator. Can you see the metal resonator right there? Now that's what we're going to hit with this tiny little top bump. And when we put it in, it locks in and it's hitting that metal resonator, not the pad leather. It's a thing of beauty. This is part of our patented system of devices that opens the pad safely, locks into the tone hole so it can't fall out, and never touches your pad leather. But in some cases, this is what I want to show you. See how easy that is to get in and out like that? In some cases, you might have a really tall dome resonator. And if you have a really tall dome resonator in there, it might make it a quite tight clearance. So here's what I want you to know. If you have that kind of situation where you just can't fit this in safely without rubbing the leather, then stop. You should be able to simply open, insert, and drop. But if you can't get this in safely and it's rubbing your leather, don't force it in. Contact us and we can help adjust this so that your vent vine fits perfect. We guarantee our custom fits, so do contact us. Don't force it. So this is the KeyLeaves vent vine, and you can find out more at keyleaves.com. We custom fit them for alto and tenor saxophone, and we would love to work with you to keep your saxophone healthy by leaving keys open to dry clean.